You're listening to Frank Talks, Pleasures and Lifestyles, and I'm Frank, because I have to be. We have a really great show for you here today. We're doing one of our pre-recorded shows as part of a series on swinging. In studio with us right now, we have Mr. Jean Hamel. He is the author of a book called Swinging, a Societal Phenomena. He is also the president of the Quebec Swingers Association, and he is also the person who runs the Montreal Sexy Boat, and he's going to be telling us all about that today. Welcome, Mr. Hamel.
Hello, Frank.
I want to say thank you very much, by the way, for coming by and taking some time out to share your stories with us.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
I'd like to start off the show with a little bit of your personal history, so the listeners out there can get a feel for you as a human being. I basically would like to know a little bit about your history. Only share with us what you feel comfortable sharing. How you got into swinging. How did you know that this lifestyle was for you? And essentially, like, because you are a real player, a real major figure here in the world of swinging. So I'd like to hear a little bit about from the time you first learned about swinging to how you got to be where you are now.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to be good for your auditors to listen to, but I think I always had the lifestyle in my blood because as far as I can remember, that was like 40 years ago when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I was watching TV at a time when we got babysit, and there was a French show, a little bit like American Bandstand with Dick Clark, but it was in French. And they had those beautiful girls dancing with only bikinis on. And even at 5 or 6 years old, I was like, it was like a fantasy for me to see those girls, and I was dreaming I was right there with them dancing, you know. And after that, all my life, I had some occasions, or I don't know if it was a good star or something, but there was always a road traced where women were put on my road. I've worked in one of the biggest discotheque in my neighborhood, and we were talking about 1,500 people every Friday and Saturday night. And when you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you're even underage, under legal age to work there, because at that time it was not as strict as it is right now in the years 2000. So we could easily work underage. And the clientele was a lot young girls, young guys of 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. And just by working there, it was very easy to have any kind of girl who wanted to share the rest of the night with me in a motel, you know. And one thing leads to another. I've worked in many vacation parts of the United States and Mexico, and once again, people, when they go in vacation, they have 1 week or 2 weeks to spend, so they want to have fun. And by working there, you always have a renewal of people who like to have fun. And if you're at the good place at the right moment, well, it just does it like this. So I think it was like something traced, or maybe without knowing it, I was following a path like this. But as long as I can remember, I had the swinging lifestyle in my blood, yeah.
It's really great. Can you tell me about some of the people that you've met along the way that have inspired you into this lifestyle? People who you formed very good friendships with.
For a long time, I was like alone with my female conquests. And when I reached about, I think it was in 1980, so maybe I was 20, 21 years old at the time. I met a guy called Jean-Michel Lepage, and he was a go-go dancer. I I don't know if it's a chance, but I had the chance to be a go-go dancer myself, because I went to Florida once, and I was out of money. There was a place there called the Crazy Horse Saloon. Somebody told me you should go there. They're looking for a barman. So I went there, and the barman classify ad was a trick. When we got there, it was not for a barman job, but it was for a dancer's job. So I said, what the heck, I don't know anybody down here, and I'm going to try it. So I tried it. They hired me, and I liked it. I liked it very much, because this was another way to get a lot of women very easily. Because I loved women. I still love women right now, but when I was young, it was like a paradise to be surrounded with all those new women every night. So I got the job there, and I got lucky because at one time there's a businessman from Quebec, from Montreal, who went down there in vacation. His name was France Delille, and he thought the Crazy Horse Saloon was so nice he had to import that kind of how do you say that in English? Divertissement.
That kind of variety?
That kind of variety in Montreal. So he founded the Club 281 on St. Catherine Street. And because I met that gentleman in the Crazy Horse Saloon in Miami, he told me when I was going to come back to Montreal, maybe March or April, to pay him a visit, that he was going to open such a club. So I did, and I got hired in Montreal. I danced there for about 2.5 years with Mr. Delille. He was the owner. He's now deceased, but his daughter took back the club, which is now corner of Saint Laurent and St. Catherine. So, as you can see from the little TV show at 5 years old, and the discotheque, and I worked in La Ronde. There was a very big discotheque called L'Amour à Trois back in 1976, the years of the Olympics, and there was so many gorgeous girls that summer in Montreal. They came from everywhere on the planet, you know. So it was like incredible to see all those girls, because I was only interested in girls, to see all those girls, and they were here to have fun. You know, when you live in another country, especially if you come from a country, at that time there was still the Berlin Wall and the East communism. So a lot of girls were from Romania, Polish girls, even Russian girls and things like this, and they were like dropped off in Montreal with a little less guards to tell them what to do, what not to do. It was fantastic.
You know, just listening to you talk about this, and I can just feel the happiness radiating from you. I can just feel the pleasure that you experienced there. It's got to be something that you treasure regularly, and it's got to change the way you see the world.
I don't know. Well, I'm always happy. I'm always optimist. I don't like to think or to listen to what goes wrong in the world, especially since 9/11. I just came back from a 2 months trip in the States, and they're still paranoiing there on 9/11, and it changed their life a lot. But I think I had my 9/11 when I was 5 years old. When I saw that show on TV, and everything leads to another, and I always act like if it was not my last day to live, but let's say my last month to live. So yeah, I have fun in life.